and welcome back to another episode of These Girls Johnny. What up? Woo! How you doing?
I'm stressed out. I had what could only be described as the most stressful 48 hours. And it's supposed to be Valentine's. And yes, here I am, stressed.
Okay.
Anyway, first of all, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. By the time you see it, it's not Valentine's Day anymore. But currently, in real time,
It is.
And we're matching too.
I didn't even know something.
After.
What color is yours?
I don't have a thing on. I just have a black bralette on. Well. Anywho. Yeah, I was supposed to go away on a little vacation just for like one night with Billy because we are flying to Canada.
Yeah, by the time we see it.
Yeah, by the time y'all see it, we will have already performed in Vancouver. How was it?
Oh my god, the memories.
The laugh. Did we do good? No, I'm talking to good. But yeah, we leave for Canada tomorrow, so we had to kind of like do our thing the day before Valentine's Day. And long story short, Billy had this whole thing planned and it was very thoughtful. And we were supposed to go to this house that we've been to on a Valentine's Day years ago, right before I started doing TikTok. And it was so sweet and thoughtful. And we got in there, horrifying. We did not take care of that house whatsoever. Also, it took us like 3 hours to get there because of the rain. And we had to drive through the scariest mountain pass ever. And it was flooding and it was horrifying. And then we finally fucking get there. And it's awful. And then we were kind of like, it's okay. We'll make it worse. It's okay. And then our final straw, because it was like, there's no central heating at all. It's fucking freezing. It smells like mold. There was open wiring hanging over a wet, damp fucking lanai. A fucking balcony. And there's just like exposed wiring just casually waiting to electrocute us on Valentine's Day. And then, or start a fire. And then the final straw, I was like, let me just get my charger for my phone and we'll think about what we want to do. I go to reach for my bag, huge road, runs across my Rockies bag.
You're gonna do this in front of my Rockies?
You're gonna put a rope on my Rockies, dog. Why would you fucking
That's
do that?
That's where I draw the line.
A roach on my Rockies? That was your Christmas gift, honestly. But, anyways, I screamed and then Billy flipped it off and he said, let's get the fuck out of here. Some like good shit. And then, we left. Like, we were in that house for an hour. And then we were like, hey, can't do this. This is awful. And then I booked the hotel like 30 minutes from there. Forgot to tell you this part. We're going to the hotel like 30 minutes from the house we were at. And we were like, let's just get the fuck out of here and go somewhere warm and more safe. Because it felt so scary throughout there. It was real isolated. And then they take us through the mountain again. But I'm thinking 30 minutes, like we're going up and going down. We're going, like, ascending, and it's, like, again, like, winding like this, pitch black, no street lights. Thankfully, no more rain. But we're like, okay, like, as we're driving, whatever. And then we start seeing, because there's, like, mountains on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in this path, we start seeing flashes of, like, orange. So then we think there's a fucking fire. Because that's what it looks like. Like, you're looking at a fire that's kind of close, and you're in the hills. And then I was like, that's not a fire, it can't be a fire, it's just fucking rain, dude. It's pouring rain. And it was dumping rain. And then Billy was like, I don't know, I don't want to keep driving in case, like, if it is, I don't want to keep driving. And I was like, I think it's okay because you would smell something, right? And then he was like, that's true. And so when he's driving very carefully, and we have the high beams on and everything, and then there's, like, smoke everywhere. And then we got scared, and then Billy goes, I can't turn around now, like, it would be more dangerous to turn around and go back. So we're just kind of like, and then it's like my heart was literally fucking pounding, and I was like really nervous and scared, and then we finally like turned a long bend, and then we see the flashing again. And he was like, I was like, it could be fog, like it
Yeah.
can't, it could be, again, we were smelling, and he rolled the window down, and we were just going, so
Yeah.
we just kept going, but we were so like shaken and afraid.
Yeah.
The only time we turned that long bend, and then it's literally a tow truck, like coming to tow a guy, but they were like kind of blocking both lanes, it was only one way, so Billy was like, slowly going around me so he didn't hit them, and then he was like, rolling my window down, and he was like, is everything okay? And then it was the scariest looking man. He turns to me and goes, what was that? And then he goes, you guys good? And he goes, I think so. And then Billy just immediately took off because he closely got the scarier. And then I was like, why would you stop?
Why don't you roll down your window? Roll down yours.
Well, because he couldn't go on the other side.
Okay, then roll the one behind me then.
And honestly, and to be fair, like where we're sitting, like the guy was like past the door, so he was like far enough that he could yell out and he could hear. It was when he started walking really fast towards the side of the car.
You roll down the window behind me.
Like,
Don't roll down mine.
He was already like flowing through a creek. So like if this is him, he's like, he goes, you guys all right? And then he goes, what was that? And then he goes, I said, are you guys all right? And he goes, I think so. And as he's thinking, he drives off.
Oh, no.
And then we were like, okay, well obviously we're gonna fire him. So we do that, and the lights are orange. So that's what we're saying. It's so horrible.
Dumbest people right now.
It's like we're so unnecessarily horrible. Like so, like that's the worst part. Is probably like there's it's such menial, irritable things that stacked all together. You would have thought I was getting the shit kicked out of me. And so then we finally get out of the mountain, and I'm like exhausted at this point. At this point, we've been in the car for like almost 5 hours, driving in fucking circles, it feels. And then we finally we're like driving, and we're on normal roads, like seeing houses now. We're like, oh thank God. And then we drive, and it took us this like back way. So the resort that we ended up going to, there was like the sign was facing this way, and we were coming up the back way. I think that's the that was the end. Like really fast, and he goes, it sure was.
Because you're not helping him with the math.
I literally was going, you should have seen how many times I saved him yesterday doing that shit. You're going on the run. You're on the wrong. You have to go right here, because I'm like saying and he's not listening.
No, I know. I mean, usually I direct from the back seat if I'm with both of you.
Right.
But when you're driving, if you Drew doesn't look at the map at all. Like, remember when somebody was in Iraq and having...
Well, see, my job is to entertain.
No, it's like one time we went to dinner with Brittany and Taylor.
Right.
And we were driving, and then I go, oh, you're like, was that it? And I go, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, you're looking at the map too. It's what mad at me.
Well, because, like, we weren't even talking. So it was, like, extra annoying. At least when I'm doing it, I'm yapping my ass off, so clearly I'm preoccupied. This is just sitting silent and goes, you missed the exit, by the way.
No, I
Hello?
go, no, Drew goes, is that it? And I go, oh, yeah, dude.
As we're driving past it. We're halfway past it. She goes, yeah, it is. She had to look back. Yeah, it is. Like, yeah, so I don't want to hear it. But, no, I literally was saying, hey, I was like, I think this is, that was me. It sure was. This flips a bit. And then and then we went in, and all that being said, loved the fucking hotel. It was unbelievable. It was so beautiful. Four seasons, that's great. Lovely girl. Saved up, mama. And then we go, and then we had 2 enormous pizzas because we thought we were going to get our home, and then we had to carry them inside. And then they were like, what Korea do you guys have dinner covered? So, but there is a restaurant that doesn't do
seconds, I guess.
You guys look like you don't need it. And then we went to the room with people. It ended up being lovely. That being said, while I was gone, my house flooded a little bit. And then I was like, alright, I'll cry about that later. And I did. Oh, I do want to say, when we left, everybody who worked at that hotel was so nice, like the nicest of their life. We go, and the guy's giving us our key, and he's like, oh, here you guys go. And we're getting in the car, and then, because we had just gotten coffee, and then he goes, do you guys want me to throw away the 2 copies that are already in there? And we were from the day before. And then we were like, oh yeah, that would be great. Sorry about that. He was like, yeah, no, seriously. And so I saw where he threw the trash away. And so then there's trash in the door of our car, obviously.
Can you take this too?
Well, and I see where he throws the trash, and I'm like, okay, perfect, thank you so much. And Billy's tipping him. And he's kind of chatting with him. And then I see him start walking in, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw away trash. And he, like, throws the next to it. But they're so attentive that they're like, oh, I can. So he, like, comes up behind me, and I didn't hear him. And I'm, like, digging all the trash out. And then I'm like, and then he goes, I can get that too if you want. And I'm like, oh, no, it's totally fine, And then I go, I can do it, I see the trash cans right there. And then he goes, it's really no problem. I'm like, no, really, like, genuinely, it's okay. Like, I'm like, I'm not handing you this much stuff. It's humiliating. And then he goes, it's okay, I have kids too, so I get it. And then I go, oh yeah? And he goes, oh yeah, trust me, I get it.
And you're handing them like empty bags of hot Cheetos and there's protein shake bottles, and then enter 1,000 edible wrappers.
No, listen to it. I go,
it's a bunch of Lost Farm wrappers.
I literally go, and period. I literally go, you know what's funny is, we don't even have kids. And then I go, this is all us, King. Don't worry about it. And then he goes, oh, I just kind of figured because there's like so many go-go squeezes in there.
No, that's all me.
Oh!
That's me clean. Don't worry about that.
Then,
don't worry about it.
What happens next is I log on and I give it a 1-star Yelp review. And the only thing I say is the stay was perfect. However, the guy working the valet was in my fucking business, and I didn't appreciate it.
He judged me because I eat too many go-go squeezes as an adult in his words.
And yeah, Army and my fiance and I 30. Yeah. What does that have to do with you asking me too many goddamn questions? I just thought because you guys have so many go-go squeezes in there. And then Billy goes, I mean, I guess like, he's looking at Billy now. I guess they're like good carbs. And then Billy goes, yeah, quick sugars, you know, like pre-workout. And I go, get the fucking car, dog. And I drive away like,
oh. You mixing the roast and the Rockies in that moment?
I said, I don't know what's worse. A roast on my Rockies or getting clocked at the fucking valet. Getting fucking my edges ripped off my fucking forehead at the valet. So, very nice. Very, very good.
Great energy.
Everybody there was so wonderful and amazing. And to the girls that sent champagne to my room, thank you. We did enjoy it. So, anywho, all that being said, what's going on with you?
And on a Galentine's bender.
Oh, that's right.
My bestie.
And she vlogged it, so if you guys want to see what
yeah,
that was like.
Yeah, I can really see it. I'm like,
to her TikTok.
Yeah, we went to dinner, and then went to a bar, and Terry was doing karaoke. And it was really fun.
Of course, Terry was doing karaoke. It's almost like at karaoke. If you that's her headline.
Kind of on the nose. But, yeah, no, it was really fun. And I thought everyone good.
We do love a good Valentine's, don't we? I told Billy this morning, I felt like the shittiest dude you know, because I was sending flowers like we never got it before. I was sending gifts left and right to all my girls, to my queens.
Oh my god.
I sent so many orders out. I told Billy, I was like, I feel like I'm just dating a bunch of bitches and committing to none of them. My roster is long and it is heavy. But it's like, I just feel like I'm like sending them to all my hoes. All my parts.
So I have purchased like Honey bras. I'm really specific about bras and how I like them to fit. I don't like bras with a lot of underwire or too much structure because it just feels like restrictive on my body, and then it's really tough when I'm thinking about it. But what I love about Honey is that it's seamless. You can't really see the bra underneath it, and it doesn't feel restrictive at all. It's actually super comfortable. I could have slept in it. That's how good it is to me, I'm telling you. So Honey Love is an independent, female-founded brand. All Honey Love products are intelligently designed by women who actually wear them, including founder Betsy, who is highly involved in the development of each product. Honey Love recently launched the Cross-Dress Bra, which I love, designed to support you all day in and out of your workout routine. Wear it during your workday and at your workout. Honeylove bras are supported and wire-free too, thanks to bonding technology that lifts without underwire. You deserve a bra that's lightweight and comfortable without sacrificing support. A great bra is the foundation for any great outfit, for every outfit with Honeylove and elevate your style. Honeylove products feature lingerie-inspired design details that you'll want to show off and high-quality products that feel like a dream against skin. Treat yourself to the best bras and shaper on the market. Take 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/2idiotgirls. You can use our exclusive link to get 20% off at honeylove.com/2idiotgirls to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them you sent me. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style with Honeylove. Now, back to the episode.
But, yeah. I support Valentine's, is my point. The point being, I support Valentine's. Also, can I say, these roommates, is this about to this is, yeah? This is awful.
Okay.
What you all need to do is start fucking with a roommate. Because these don't leak at fucking all. The one qualm I do have with the roommate is this fucking straw.
Okay.
If I have even a whisper of chapstick on my lips, it will make this sticky for 70 feet.
Even if you put like a paper towel and wipe it?
Yeah, it's just like on there.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
I'm
And
not
then
I don't want one.
my one and only fault.
Wait, lock it and stay upside down and throw it in.
I'll be real with you, I don't know how to lock it. I don't know. I know I left this little sticker on there. I don't know how to do that. But
It will get anything with the baby. So.
we'll see, like, yeah, but
First time you want to buy it and then start with it. You don't even have to read and buy it. Breathe all the way with a big clearly it's not enough.
well, and that's my fault because again I didn't.
I don't
lock
think
it.
you locked it. You didn't lock it, but you thought I'll just tip it over it?
Anyways. Don't consider this an ad. Just know I'm fucking with this pet. And I'm a huge fan. My only thing is just sticky straw. And because I have to have my lips fucking lathered at all times, there's proving to be cleanliness.
No, and I don't. I look like I have whatever the last of us, the picture that's growing in my mouth. In the last of us, you know, the zombies for that.
I know what you mean. I'm asking why do your lips look like that? Is my question.
I don't know. Is it genetic?
Is it, or is it just lack of chapstick?
No,
And or water.
And
or water.
Probably lack of attention.
If I had to guess,
if I had a crush who was giving me attention, I feel like my lips would be healed.
shot in the dark.
What's that? If I had mutual expression attention.
Undying affection.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll do it. That's what moisturize your cracked lips right like that.
Or your crack.
Oh my god. Did you see that TikTok thing with Uncle celebrating when the Eagles won and his whole butt fell out?
Yeah, it pissed me off.
And the way everyone was like, oh. Like the good times not being had anymore. Immediately, oh. Immediately you're upset. Wow.
I just need the sun to come back. That's what I need.
Yeah,
It was a few days, and I was like, and that is enough. It should be summer now.
I'll be honest, I know it's good for the earth. Alright, don't start with me. I know that. I'm saying personal preference. I would like it to not.
I think you're so real for that. I agree.
Remember I said December 31st?
It's too hot.
Summer. January 1st?
Summer, yeah. Not the 31st, the first. You're right.
Yeah, and then 2 days before Halloween.
You want to be hot during your birthday? I feel like once it's September 1st, it should be cold.
Nope. I don't need it to be hot.
No,
But even though it always is.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it should be cold, but with the sun out.
No, it should be brisk.
Yeah.
But I'm so used to my birthday not being cold that I'm cool with
It used to be.
Yeah,
When
well.
you're little, I feel like. That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, what are you going to do about global warming? Climate change.
I'm gonna fight it by myself.
Has anyone ever tried just fighting it off?
Do you have a reaction to Paul Brothers if they would fight global warming fight?
I know, right? I love this special. Like, I love when they have those memes where it's like, it's some sort of like video that's like AI where it's like, it's an asteroid hit right now. And then someone retweets it and says, y'all are really acting like I would ever let this happen. And it's like
I don't
laughing.
know, fight back.
And it's like a laughing emoji.
Yeah.
Y'all are really sitting here acting like I wouldn't do nothing. Like I would ever let this happen to us.
I don't know. Maybe you tried? Getting up to
You
them.
know? Also, book club update. Still reading soon. From Blood and Ash. I even talked to Brittany about it for a while. Yeah. Thankfully her and I are going to be on the same book soon. Like she's reading Quicksilver. Okay. And we're going to start this a book at the same time. But I think we're going to watch... Yeah, hello? I think we're going to read A Fate Ends in Blood, which is about Vikings, and there's mystical elements to it. She said, what was the Viking one? Because I was like, maybe we should do that one. And she goes, what was the name of it? I'm going to add it to my Kindle. And I told her, and then she goes, it's always some fuck-ass name like that.
What did you say?
A Fate Ends in Blood. And then there's another. I said, she wrote some silly, she's like making up names. And then I go, When the Moon Hats is another one. And then I said, knock it off. And yes, I downloaded it. It's on my phone. So, also, did you see that TikTok we got tagged in? By a fan, and she was saying that her 6-year-old son kept saying a word that she did not know what it was, and she thought maybe he was just like, she said something about, like, I thought maybe he was speaking Simlish or something, like, just being funny. And he kept saying the word ulavale. And then she said, what does that mean? Like, when you say that, he said the way he's saying it sounds like ulawale.
Okay.
And so she said,
Or we say ulavale.
and he said, she said, where did you get that word from? And he goes, oh, it's like from Alvin and the Chipmunks and those 2 girls that we like. And then she said, 2 girls? And he goes, yeah, the girls on the show that you watch all the time. And he was like showing it to her.
You think we're Alvin and the Chipmunks?
No, so then I was like, I don't know where Alvin and the Chipmunks comes in. She says, I was like, oh, like you mean Deison and Cheer? And he's like, yeah. And she goes, and then I just don't know what he's talking about. So I'm like, okay. And then she said she was rewatching an old episode, and we were talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then we said that Alvin is
He is ulavale.
And then she said, together, she's like, oh, that's what you mean. Because she was saying that, I think she's the youngest 2 of the girls. And I was like, probably. I don't know. I've seen some Instagram stories of people's pregnant bellies listening to our show. So, who's to say for when they had to do it? But I just thought it was the prettiest in the world. Really I was like, I'm going to get that. And then she goes, and then I realized, because they explained in the episode that ulavale means naughty, like in Samoan. And it normally applies to like children or like animals when they touch. So we were talking about
That's so funny. And then
Alvin doesn't listen to his
because
parents.
we didn't like watching stuff like that where people didn't really want it.
No, we hated it. Yeah, I literally, and to this day I still can't watch stuff like that. Like I'll watch it now because I'm an adult, so I'll power through it. But like,
doing belly pissing me off.
I know, I literally am
Mom.
like, you are such a bitch to your mom. I would hate seeing like friends disrespect their parents. Yeah. Like, it would really bother me. To the point where like sometimes if like a friend I had at the time was really mean to her mom.
I wouldn't go to her mom.
Yeah, but when her mom was mean, I'd be like, you should really be nice to me.
I thought you were gonna say that you were sitting with the mom and thinking like, I can't believe you did this. I was like,
No, she's like, no, well, yeah, that too, but also I take great pride in mom's loving me.
yeah, same.
Every time me and Deison would go to sleepovers or hang out at someone's house, and this is true, you can ask our mom, but their parents would always tell my parents, you have the most well-behaved daughters I've ever had.
I say that when I'm dressed in his house and sitting in his house.
Right. I was just thinking of something funny about like us being really polite and really. Oh, I saw a TikTok that it still was like, this is what my afternoons and mornings look like because I didn't decide to try to keep having children to have a boy, a 50-year-old. And she stopped, and it's just 2 of them, and they're probably like, the oldest one's probably like 8, the other one's like 6. They're sitting next to each other in matching outfits, at a little coloring table, and they're playing like their favorite kind of like Barbie classical music, and they're both coloring silently. And then they're handing each other markers and like, and I was like, that's so me and my sister. We would fight too, but like for the most part, like that's how we played.
Yeah.
We were very like good at coexisting when we were children, especially. It's only after high school that we started speaking.
Did you fought before that?
No, we absolutely did, but I'm saying like to the point where we couldn't even like hang out because we were fighting all the time.
I feel like high school is when we got closer.
We did, but then remember when we started driving, we were fighting all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
like that would just be in the morning, and then we go to school, and then I would do the time. I don't know. There's something about us getting up
It
at
was
5
like,
a.m.
yeah, it was like
fighting.
in the morning and then like after school sometimes. Especially because for some reason, every time we left school and they started driving, my dad was like, go to Walmart and get 70 pizza.
Yeah, and
like,
he would somehow convince him to give us extra money so we could buy something else to eat.
Because I'm like, if we're gonna be out here, we should. I mean, come on, you can get.
He's like, you guys are 17 and 15, go grocery shopping, and then you give us a list.
Yeah, give me a list of. No, I take that back. He'd give us a list of 7 things, like the most random number ever. We'd get them all. I'd hustle something on the side for us to eat. We'd go home. My dad would be like, you forgot this, this, and this. Hey, King, we got all 7 things you asked for.
Yeah.
And then, which would mean that one list that could have been knocked out in one day would be stretched out over 2 weeks. Every fucking day, we got to stop at Walmart and get something else. I was like, you can't possibly need another celery shop. You can't. I live in the house too. There's no way that there's no more celery in that house.
It's funny because we weren't even grocery shopping for the house. It was just for his lunch that we did.
I was like, and then at one point I said, Dad, give me a comprehensive list having to go to the store after school every day. I can't do it. And you know what? Part of it, other than just me being an irritable teenager, part of it I think is because I played sports so seriously for so fucking long, and we always had sports in school, and we always had a fuck ton of homework because we were in honors and AP classes, and so then I would have maybe 30 minutes by myself doing nothing at home after school. And if I'm at the goddamn store,
by the time I get back, it's
I have to hurry up and get dressed for soccer practice, and then basically have to drop me off there, and then I do that for 2.5 hours, come home, stay up 15 more hours, stay home. I said, that's like, you can't possibly need more from me. I think I've bought it all. I have purchased every celery sauce there is.
It was always celery,
Fucking carrots.
salad mix, and
Yes.
those round breads.
Oh my god.
It was always the round bread.
I can never look at those without getting an eye twitch. I get those when I'm like,
stomach hurts.
they're so unsatisfying too.
It's just, you know how I feel about crust.
It's all crust.
I think all
They're literally hamburger buns.
but not, because
Yeah.
it's all crust.
I know. That's
Like
okay.
a hamburger bun I'll eat, I'm not going to eat all
Yeah,
crust.
because the hamburger bun has like the dome.
Yeah.
So it has the building inside.
Yeah.
It.
But not
But
really
now when
crust.
flat.
Yeah. Like we were eating a pizza at my downtown center, and I just ate one piece because I didn't really like it, and I left the crust on the plate, and he goes, and what is this? I go, I'm not eating that, you can eat it, and she's like, okay. I said, here's your donut crust. Yeah, here's your donut, eat the crust. I don't want the crust.
Amen. That is strange that you don't like the crust. I also find that strange.
On all bread, I don't want crust.
Yeah,
But those rounds, all crust.
yeah, okay, right? And there's 6 on each side, right? 6 like fucking sandwiches.
They're just like the
Wow.
weediest bread you've ever eaten. Crust.
Yeah, and my dad would literally eat 6 in one fucking lunch. So guess how many times he was going to find this fucking round? Every day, 4 times a week. So I was like,
If you're connecting to where they get those DiGiorno pizzas that come with like cookies, that's crazy.
and you know what is even more annoying? It's like, it felt like he was doing it, like he was keeping us, like, busy. I was like, what are we in a DARE program? I am literally training like I'm going to the Olympics. I don't have time to do drugs or even kiss boys.
The two of us are going home and just hanging out with each other.
I don't have time to do
I want to go home and do homework. I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
but that's my point. I'm saying, like,
I can do some like the greater place to meet together as friends at Rocket Time. So the start of the new year is the perfect time to organize, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. For me, a top priority is my financial wellness, which was more important than ever. Thanks to Rocket Money, my goals feel achievable. Receiving all my subscriptions right in one place and help me eat cancel ones that I forgot about. Rocket Money also pulls together all of my spending across all of my different accounts so I can clearly track my spending habits and see where I can cut back. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can see all your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For when you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. They automatically turn your bills for an opportunity to save, then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll do a customer service so you don't have to. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and use your financial work faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/2idiotgirls today. That's rocketmoney.com/2idiotgirls. rocketmoney.com/2idiotgirls. Now back to the episode.
I know, like, part of it was, like, we gotta keep them busy. But we were also such well-behaved children. Like, we could have never been busy and we would never do any of that. I don't know how my mom did that. I really don't. So, like, literally, you could leave us unsupervised. Like, you could leave us unsupervised for well into our teens, well into our 20s, and nothing bad would ever happen. We'd never have anyone over. We'd never sneak out. We wouldn't do anything. Anytime we did anything remotely, like, bad, we would always tell. We'd be like, I have something to tell you.
No, I don't know what episode it was, but they said they were in trouble for it during that.
Yeah.
Bad grades and food.
And that was just, like, when I was getting in trouble and I was half bad. So, like, and that was it. Because it sure as fuck wasn't behavior and it was never, like, being just, like, what do you call it? Rebellious. Yeah. They don't have much.
So, anyway, for this topic, we are doing a random Q&A
completely forgetting.
from Drew's Instagram.
Yeah, team. I posted about it there. And I said, did we forget to post a topic? Yeah, obviously. Is that going to stop us from coming here to gab? But we will get back on track, I promise. It's just been an absolutely fucking caboodle.
This week has been the last 2 weeks have been the longest week.
Yeah, and it really feels like, what are we, like, fucking 8 weeks into the year? I have lived 30,000 lives in the last 8 weeks. That feels like never ending at this point. Okay, so.
What was the first one you had that you texted me?
Oh, it said, scariest dream out figures.
Okay.
Like, what was the scariest time you dreamed out, or, like, the most memorable time, I guess, which would always be scary. Because when you dream out, it's never fun. It's never joyous. That's never the feeling you have when you dream out. It's terror and paranoia. It's just weird. The worst one for me was when Disneyland, yeah, it was when I was at Disneyland. And I may partake in a little something before I go to Disneyland, but I look at it as like I'm sedating myself like when you sedate cats when they fly. Like, I need to do that when I go to Disneyland because I have really bad crowd anxiety now, which is new for me. I'm navigating it, whatever. But yeah, I took a little too much, especially for the outside world. I should have been in my crate with that much in my system, but I just didn't anticipate it. And it hit me right when we were going into soaring over California. Like, as we were about to go in there, I go, oh, I can't ride this ride. I feel fresh air immediately. So I just walked back to throw me to the side of the person, and I was like, and then he goes, where are you going? I go, can't do it. And then he followed me outside, and then I felt like inside I was like, but outside I was like, that felt bad. Which wasn't, like, I don't know what's worse. And then we went to another ride, and I, like, built in ready. And I was like, have fun, guys, see you later. And then we went to sit down on a bench, and then I smelled Disneyland popcorn, and it made me excited and hungry. And then Billy got me a big old thing of popcorn. I ate that thing for like 20 minutes. Felt bad. So. But that was a horrifying hour or two.
I dreamed out recently that I don't remember. Like
I thought you would say Dallas.
No, I mean Dallas was pretty bad, but when I dreamed out that one time we smoked on my old apartment.
Oh yeah.
When we were watching.
Well, that's because you got the spin.
No, I know. Well, and I also was like, there's my second time smoking. And I was like, oh, I can hit this. Well, it was like a day or something, right?
Yeah, it was a day.
And I was like, oh, I can hit this like 12 times and be fine. And I did something.
Yeah.
And the first time I smoked, I hit it once, so I don't know why the fuck I thought, oh, I can
Yeah,
do this
and
at
then
least 12 times.
and it's like your second time, and the second time you smoke, you get the spin horribly.
But we were watching Sarah Bassett did an acoustic version of It's Every Day to a guy named
That's
Paul.
right, yeah.
So we were watching that, and then I just stood up. I was like, I have to lay down. And that one was really straight. And then Dallas, I tuned out. So you can smoke forever, so just a hair. And then that one, we got new pens. And I was like, in Dallas, mind you. But they're like those ones that aren't real.
It's not like the fucking crack pipes we smoked in New York.
Yeah, but what's it called? Is it V8 or something, or it's something? I forget the word. It's whatever. So we just got one. I was so excited, and I was like smoking it all day because I was like, it's not real weed like it is, but it isn't. And I was fine.
Yeah,
all
that's
day.
how they get you.
And then we stood up to go start the show, and I was stood up. I was like, oh, I have to throw up because I'm too high. And then that's how I started. I didn't do my champagne at all. I was just sitting there in tears.
I was just so scared.
And then, because I was high, half a crumble cookie, and then when I got to the hotel, I had to throw it up because it was my sugar. And then I was like, yeah, throw that devil pen away. And I'm never going to smoke that again.
It's every time, I never have a good time when it's, like, not real weed.
Sure.
Like, every time I've done that, it has been the worst experience. Because whatever it is, you're right, it's not weed, it's work.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is, it's definitely not weed.
It's like meth or something today.
I have no clue what it is, but get it away from me. That's how it feels.
That was like, yeah. And then I thought I told you, I've been out of my house a couple of times, so...
I've dreamed out at my house.
Yeah. No, so once I feel like...
But that was only because I dreamed out once when there was a lot of people here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, getting the stains a little. I was like, because I was thinking, oh no, like I get scared and then I'm going to throw it up again. And so then I literally went in my room and I laid on my back on the edge of my bed and I fell asleep so like this. And then somebody came and got me and I was like, are you...
When was that?
That was like mid last year. I think it was like a game night we had. And it was like there was just something going on. And then I was like, oh yeah, I dreamed out for a little. And then he goes, are you okay? And I go, yeah. And then I sat up and I went and ate and I was I was like, that's a cute. Do you turn yourself do I fall asleep?
Yeah, I get it.
Anywho.
No, one time I feel like I hear people in my house, like that's when I'm like, oh, I'm about to be not happy.
Right. Right.
Next question.
Okay. If you could live in any fictional universe, which one would you choose and why?
Oh, that's
a pretty good one. I picked Axon. Just kidding. Wait, no. Yeah, I'll pick something like that. Some sort of fantasy, something or other. I think that'd be fun. The other day I was texting, I saw this TikTok of the people playing, I think Dungeons and Dragons, but they were like on screen. Like they're all playing together, and you know how like someone narrates and is like reading it through like a story, and then everyone's like, oh, no, what's going on? And it's all these people, and they're all like in cosplay. And I texted to Brittany, and I was like, I feel very strongly that you and I are about to do stuff.
Yeah. You guys are LARPing in your backyard, and I'm just watching.
I feel it creeping up on me, I'll be honest. And then she was like, yeah, we're about 2 edibles out from doing something like that together. And she goes, and I think we would. Like, anywho, but let's see. This one says, thoughts and feelings about IKEA furniture?
These chairs are from IKEA that we're sitting on right now.
Okay.
I'll be honest, having to assemble my own furniture, I'm good. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna pay someone and nobody's gonna do it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna phone it for that for sure. I'm like a big supporter of affordable furniture though that you can assemble yourself. I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes IKEA has really cute stuff too.
Well, and their already assembled stuff is really cool. You know what I mean, like these chairs and stuff like that. I think they have to do somewhere.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
I think just to put the feet on. I don't think you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not too bad, yeah. But I feel very like, like if I don't have to do it, I would like not to.
Yeah, okay.
But that's just it says, Crystal says, have you guys ever been mad at each other before or during filming an episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes in some cases we fought and didn't film at all, and then filmed the next day.
Yeah.
Some cases
We've
we
never
fought.
been mad during.
No, but some cases we fought in the middle, and then we have to stop filming, and then we figure it out, and then we go back.
Well, we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, that's not it's like,
Yeah.
and it was always over stupid shit. It was never over anything serious.
Yeah.
It never is.
Every time
Every time it's right.
It's realistically, but yes, we have.
We did fight once on one episode,
Okay.
and you forgot to edit it out. It's gone now.
Yeah. And someone left. This is like right when we started the podcast. Like we started in 2022, and someone wrote, "I really like this podcast, but I don't know why Deison is so mean to you. I don't even know what the fuck we're
Yeah,
fighting
they just said that you sounded really mean in that fight, and like I didn't deserve to be mean about whatever it was.
No, and then what it was like I said, "Can I talk?" That's what it was, and it's because when you do them on Zoom, you can't hear each other. So
yeah, and if there's like a delay too. It's
Yeah.
like it makes it seem like you're always cutting each other
yeah,
off.
so and then we were, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, sorry," like sorry, and then we were both kind of like, "Oh, I don't know," and then it was done. Like it wasn't even that big of a deal. But yeah.
And then now Jason texts me. He goes, "What the fuck is this person even talking about?"
Mind you, that episode I've been in for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No one said anything.
Yeah, and then I go, I think she's talking about the fight that you left in there. And she goes, what are you talking about? I go, remember you and I, like, kind of fought a little bit? And you're like, I think so. And I go, yeah, I remember we were talking about this. And you're all, oh, yeah. I go, yeah, it's in there. And you're all, what? And I hear, oh, my God. And you said everything else. So,
Happens to the best of us.
fun fact. BTS. Sweetie. There's your BTS. Go, Patreon. Let's see. This just says, meeting in-laws. Mine is super awkward. That's not a question.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, what is the best snack combo when you go to the movies and watch? I'll tell you mine. Obviously popcorn.
Yeah.
Obviously. Get the biggest one. Ask for the refill at the counter. They give you the box and two cakes, and you refill this now. Now you have 2 popcorn.
No, now you have 3. Because you have the bucket and then 2 little.
That's right, because the full bucket comes in too.
Yeah.
Now you have 3. You're welcome. Then you also get, for me, I get peanut M&M, and then I get, of course, a 64 ounce size one.
Okay.
And then I go and I sit down and I enjoy my fucking meal. I always take the smaller popcorn because I never finish the big one. And then I eat my popcorn with my chocolate at the same time, and it's delicious.
Okay.
Sometimes you can even put your M&M's on top of your popcorn and anything like that. But that's my favorite popcorn.
I'll do a popcorn for me.
Yeah.
And then I'll get either like Sour Patch like watermelon
Yeah, you get those.
or some sort of fruity something.
Yeah.
And then I always get a water, but I really Diet Coke too. And then I end up, because I just want to taste the Diet Coke. I don't want to drink the whole one because it'll hurt my stomach.
Yeah. Not me.
And then I'll dust that big ass thing of popcorn before the movie starts. Then I can eat my food with me.
There you go. You're welcome. Okay.
How do you have a movie film?
I know, me too. Because what's the most out-of-pocket thing you've done when you were down bad for something?
What do you think?
I'm looking at you because I asked you the question. I'm going to answer it too.
What's the most out of pocket thing I've done?
Well,
Besides try to be with people who don't want to be with you?
I think that's pretty much it.
I feel like that one kind of sums it up.
I think, well, when I say out of pocket, I would say like, in my head, it's like extra, like you do something, like you go above and beyond for something.
Oh, okay.
Or you could interpret it as like crazy.
Yeah.
Like doing some crazy shit. And listen, I get it. I support being crazy when the time is right.
I've never done anything crazy.
And by that I mean, supported necessarily.
Yeah,
I'm saying I empathize with it. Is what
I'm
saying.
thinking like seeing them in a car or like
No.
going with them
I'm
now,
I'm
so-
thinking like going to great lengths to find out that they're cheating, or
Yeah.
going to great lengths to figure out who this one girl is that likes her story one time, like shit like that. Yeah, exactly. So it can be interpreted that way, I think too. But I think that's more like it's dependent on your season. The real season of it.
Yeah,
How
I
you
mean, I've
interpret
done
it.
it where I've bought like a girl flowers and then I bought her dog with it and stuff too.
Yeah.
I've done that. Like that may be out of pocket, like overzealous, like too much. I've done that, like sent
Yeah.
flowers and stuff. And then, I mean, running on me, I'm an FBI agent, so I'm gonna find a whoever it is.
Yeah.
And I did it the other day on FaceTime with Carrie, and she was like, "This is one of those serious things I've ever seen you do."
Yeah, it is.
You know, like,
She's done that her whole life.
but no, other than me pursue people who don't want to be with me, I think that's it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Who say they want to be with you, but they don't.
Very well.
I think that's it.
I'm not gonna answer after that. So.
Well, I don't even think that's out of pocket. That's just that's like
No, I know. No, I don't think it's out of pocket. I think it's
humiliating, actually.
not humiliating. It's sad, and it's not your fault. On top of that,
I think that's all I can think of.
that's a good answer. So you can end with that one, and we
Okay.
can move on if you'd like.
Can you think of something else I've done?
No, I was thinking about me. And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
interpreting it as like.
You've never been down bad, so that's a...
Well, that's not true. I'm down bad for good.
Well, you know what I mean.
Well, I'm interpreting, that's what I said, the way I was interpreting it initially was like, oh, fuck, you got me. Because I did something like when girls get very elaborate gifts or something, and they go to great lengths to do something to like show how much they love them, kind of girl. That's how I was interpreting it initially.
Okay.
I mean, the first birthday I ever spent with Billy, he had mentioned to me that he's a huge fan of ping pong, and then I got him a ping pong paddle, but then I found somebody to laser/die cut, like basically laser and etch in an insignia on both sides of it, which is the logo.
Mascot.
Yeah, the logo and then the official saying on the back of the college that he went to. So it was like the logo was on one side, and on the back it said "Go Cougs," which is like their thing. And he was just like a big fan of that, of ping pong at the time. So it was like a decoration thing, and that was the first birthday I started. That wasn't even. We were only together officially for like 3 months, 4 months. No, longer than that. No, 3.5 months. Yeah. That present took me weeks to get. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. That's bad. Thank you. Thankfully, he enjoyed it. So he really loved it. He got it. Yep. Let's see. This says, what's the most important advice you would give a young girl very in her early 20s?
Like being really serious for permanent education. Yeah. Everything's just so like finite to me.
Yeah, and it feels as if you need to be moving a million miles an hour. Like you need to be advancing at a certain pace, otherwise who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like
But 20 is so young. Like you feel so old, but you're fucking not even close. When I think about who I am now versus who I was when I was 20, yeah, no. I'm in a much better spot now than I was when I was 20. Let's see. What's your favorite type of fry?
Ooh.
And they said, if you say crinkle cut, you're dead for me. Who likes crinkle cut? What is it, 100?
It's okay.
That feels like a Gen X fry.
I love a
crinkle cut.
I love a curly fry.
I love a curly
I love a potato wedge.
That's a good one.
And I don't know what you call these fries, but people call them like they have like paralysis on them.
I know. A flaky fry.
Seasoned fry.
Yeah.
That's the type of thing.
A beer battered fry.
Yeah.
That's the fuck that is.
And I do like in the fried duck, right?
Yeah, when
Oh,
you
that's
said
beautiful.
that, that's gross. What I said is literal.
Oh, well, I got it from a meme, so I don't take credit for that. So yeah,
It's a really funny way to describe it.
but a potato.
Yeah, I was gonna say curly. That was like my instinct. There's not many fries I don't like. I'll say that.
I'll say that.
Even a crinkle cut. I do feel like that is like a fry that Danny Zuko would eat, which makes me feel like it's just like the oldest that's alive.
I know that Del Taco does that, and their fries are always soggy and wet.
Right.
And then I know they do that at King's, and they're gross. So.
And also always soggy.
Yeah. And you can't get a large. Get the fuck out of my face. I can't get a large fry? No, you can have this tiny little Tupperware of fries. Don't. Who are you to tell me how many fries I can even have?
My beef with Cane's is long-standing and everything. Just all of it. I'm just like, it's so incredibly new to me.
I agree.
I can't see a world in which I'm always like, you know what sounds good? Cane's. Like, that will never register as a thought in my head. But I'll probably do like Cane's. Including my man. Like, Billy loves fucking Cane's. I can't be bothered. I'd rather go to Del Taco, to be honest with you.
And save money.
I'm a classic.
What can I say?
Play Classic Man by NKPO. Alexa?
That's just tough.
Wait, Classic Man is
it Jimena or
I'm a classic man.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah. How do you say his name? I know he's a redhead. But
That is such a terrible song.
That's MTV. Or MTV, whatever the fuck it's called.
Right. Okay, let's see. Where are y'all's bracelets and jewelry from, my God? I'll tell you. I'm fucking Crown Hard. Dental Monster X. EPS collab. Have we told that joke on here? I think we have.
Oh yeah, okay. All the gem bracelets
Oh, now she wants to participate.
because I forget that you have one. Tell them where we get them. Tell them, queen.
Well, first off, this little blue guy
Is that from Perry?
is from Perry.
Yeah.
And they're crystals. And I don't remember the name of the crystal, but I do remember it being wealth, prosperity, success, happiness. This little ditty is a new one that Billy got me for Valentine's Day, and it has my birthday on it.
Where's it from?
This is from David Yerman. I made me cry because it matches his, and I told him I wanted to start getting nicer bracelets, and he got me killing me. Isn't that
Who
just
cares?
the best feeling in the world? Being listened
What is
to.
no? Keep going.
And then, this little, I have a little tiny gold one on that Billy's mom got me, which I love, and it's beautiful. And then the carnelian and these two now copper ones and these two white gold ones are all from the Aloha Stadium swap meet located on Oahu Island, in the Hawaiian Islands. The Aloha Stadium swap meet is my favorite place to get bangles. And that's where I got this big ass carnelian one too, which I love. But this is like the noisiest bracelet in the world. But
No, I know. It's crazy.
yeah, which is funny because Deison tried to do gold bracelets the year before last, and she was like, I can't fucking do it.
No, but this one.
But then that one she like, that one she like.
Yeah.
I have been such a fan of bangles for fucking years. When I discovered Alex and Amy versus students in my ass, they hated to see it at Disney because I just love the jingle. I think it's so
Do you
cute.
have a bracelet from another one?
No, I keep this on too.
Oh, okay.
And then I obviously like and then this is also sorry. I'm like talking to somebody here. And then I have a carnelian necklace on the top, which is a Ramses when it was a gift from Liz. And then this one's a carnelian also a gift from Liz. And then my jewelry earrings. And then the rest are my piercer, which I don't remember what they're called. Yep. You're up, Queen.
This purple one from Brittany.
Okay, my purple one from Brittany, I had to take it off to get a tan. No, it was just so painful. I was like, until I have no more carpets, I'm gonna not put that one back on. Yeah, like carpet.
Red carpet.
Yeah, red carpet.
Like
Yeah.
red carpet in your house.
No, I'm working so much that I figure out it's so painful.
No, I
leave it off.
So the purple one's from Brittany for my Christmas gift.
Right.
And then the green, the jade one and the chameleon are from Aloha Studio.
Right. Yeah.
And then the other jade one on the bottom that has like the pink on it, a friend gave it to me.
And cool.
Yeah, in Austin, I want to say. And then I have a little eagle eye one on here. The beads are white, they used to be silver. I got it, we went to SoFi to go to the Taylor Swift fucking Eras tour.
Was that Taylor Swift or was that Beyonce's name?
No, I got it at Taylor Swift because we were doing basic stuff. And then we had a eagle eye, and I don't know why, so I took that one.
Right.
And then the green one is from Terry. I don't know what's that from. Basic Paradise is Terry stone on it. And then I have two pineapples with my nail girl. And then my necklace is of one piece for my birthday for my sister. The string is a moonstone that I bought secondhand from a girl of mine at the home. And then I have one from you, and I broke my other one.
Yeah, I have a bunch of other rings that I wear on my right hand that I do not have on right now. Those are my doing that rings. Like, every time I go out to them, they're not going to run, but otherwise, I can leave them off because it's just too much fluid on my hands. But yeah, I am a huge fan of a lot of jewelry. Also, I have 2 gold anchors on my left leg too. But, and those are from Michelle, our nail girl. I love a jingly bit. I love bracelets, all that. I've had these since college. I've been doing this for fucking since like 2014. It's my thing. I like when people think it's kind of. And then on tour, Carrie and Alex were like, I always knew which sister was that based off the bracelet.
Yeah, mine's more glass and jewelry metal.
Yeah, mine's like jingle based on something like 2 stones sticking together. It's like a different kind of phonetic sound.
I don't even hear it anymore though when I'm showering. Like I'm so used to hearing it.
I never hear it.
You know, when someone does sing it out to me, I get embarrassed being like, oh my god, is it so loud in the world?
I never hear it. I haven't heard. I feel like a ringing noise. Like I feel like I haven't heard my wrist in years.
No,
it's almost going on. No, it has been 10 years. No, it hasn't. No, it has. Oh shit, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
We did it. Yeah, I've just been singing for fucking 12 years. It's annoying, but I don't give a fuck. And every stylist I've ever worked with the exception of the one I have now, still, love you, twin. They treat my jewelry. They just think I have too much, and they're like, you guys so much jewelry all the time. But she is always like, I love your jewelry. I think it's very, like, signature of yours, so you should keep on it. So, I like a good mix of expensive and not expensive, too. But I am trying to get better, like, gold ones, like, but I like the local ones, that's why. So I'm trying to get better ones, like more long-lasting ones. I'm building it up, but I always save them. Every time I break my heart with them. Like the first time I swapped them out, I felt like it was like almost sentimental, because I was like, man, these are the ones I had when I started my TikTok. Crazy. And everyone's like, I love your rose gold bracelet. It was gold, I don't know.
They're not taking that much color.
Well, of course not, and they're not real gold, so obviously they're gonna disintegrate on my fucking leg. That's not good enough. Last one. This one says, when or how did y'all meet Jenny Dusty? Was it on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
She came on Tuesday, that was the first time we'd ever met her.
Yeah, literally at all.
But I remember when she had either commented for the first time on one of the videos or followed you, and I was so excited because she had loved her for so long. She was just so funny.
Yeah, the first video of mine I think she ever liked was my first one ever go super viral with the website.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
That was the first one I think she ever
She went
liked.
through stuff, and I started playing with her. She was so close, so we couldn't.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, she invited us to go to Legoland that weekend with her. And we went.
And we went?
Not even that weekend, 2 days later.
Yeah, because the Wednesday we went on a Friday.
Yeah, we went to Legoland with her, and then we didn't become fast friends with her until we were in the hospital.
Yep.
And then, yeah, the beginning of 2023, that's when we became really good friends with her, and now...
Right, and now...
It's like just like really nice.
Yeah, now she's like literally our fucking sister.
So for a lot of our friends, the first time we I mean, Caleb, the first time we met him, he came to our live show in LA.
Yeah, on our first tour.
And then the first time we ever met Kathy, we got a dinner. Yeah. But that was also like, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 times. So.
Yeah, it was.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was the same week.
Yeah,
And then we went to that one party. and we saw her there again in the
The
same
Mario
room.
bit us scene.
Yeah, in the same room.
Yeah, and then we said, yeah.
And we ran into her because we were both hiding from the same person.
It didn't, it didn't seem so.
Her and I literally ran into each other because we were both hiding from the same person that we did not want to see us because we did not want to talk to them. Because they loved both of us, and we were like, ugh. And then that's how we met. So, Docker, we all fell in love.
I think that's it, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Like everything's creepy, huh?
Yeah, but Brittany, we met her on the set of my show. That was the first time we ever met in person. That episode, the very first episode I ever filmed with Brittany is the first time we ever talked. We didn't even talk online at all.
No.
I just invited her and she said yes. So, because I was like, curious. And then we had a blast. We had fun at Legoland, but we didn't really get to bond. And then we went to Coachella that same year. Right? That was the same year,
No,
right?
the next month.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, then we went to Coachella. She came and hung out with us the first day at our house, which was our first time kind of hanging with her. And that was when we were kind of like, oh, okay. Then we rode together, and it was a fucking disaster. It was the worst.
Oh, the Coachella? I forgot, yeah.
It was like hilarious in a terrible way. And then
But then the next year we went to Coachella together.
yeah, and then the next year. But I'm trying to think of like other things that we did to like bond. Yeah, but I just mean like I guess it's texting. Yeah, like we would text.
We did, and then we did a pool day.
Well, yeah, she came to our house. She came to my house once to have game night. Yeah, the first time. And it was so funny because she's so like us. Like the first few times we would hang out, she doesn't live very close to me either. So like she would come from a little bit further out, and she would always go home, even if it was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I always had an extra room, but she was like, but I got it because I was like, she's not quite there yet.
No, well, and if I can go home.
If I can go home, I want to go home. Right. But now, like, she like still come until stay at my house like, for a while. But that's just because we got a bit about friendship. But yeah, I think people just assume that maybe we were friends for a long time because you could tell that we connected. We just like really clicked. Like, as I said, we're dumb and little movement. And it's like now we talk literally every single day. Pretty much every single fucking day. Yeah. God.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Two Idiot Girls.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you buy Drew's book because it's really special and important. And then make sure you sign up for our Patreon because then I think pretty much almost everything we do. Good to see you.
Pretty sure it's ask Bill Patreon.
You'll know more than I do. Yeah.
Clearly, it's in the notes.
Other than that, we love you and we'll see you next week. Bye.